Hi all, this is Lakshmi working as assistant professor in the Department of ECE at SNS. So today I'm here to discuss about the lecture series on IoT system design, and the topic which I'm going to discuss is about programming with Python. So first, let us discuss about the design thinking stage of this session, that is the empathy part of this topic. So as far as the programming is concerned for Raspberry Pi, so we make use of the Python language. So how the user feels is whether they will be able to learn Python easily. Is the Raspberry Pi difficult to set up, or so can we use this for real world projects, or how to avoid installation errors? So these are the factors where the user would think about making use of these Python in Raspberry Pi. So they're curious about the IoT and the embedded system and about the configuration and coding mistakes, etc. So how these libraries are installed? Can the beginners use Raspberry Pi? So this connects the sensors, LEDs, and other hardware components. So testing, debugging of programs has to be done regularly. And here the difficulty in understanding the Linux commands is the other part. So the internet or the package installation issues, the GPIO connection mistakes, etc. So, when these programming with Python on Raspberry Pi is used, so they would gain the hands-on programming experience, better understanding of embedded systems, and also will have the ability to develop the IoT and automation projects. So, this is all about the empathy part of this type of programming with Python on Raspberry Pi. So the next is what is Raspberry Pi? So as already we have discussed in the previous session, so this Raspberry Pi is a mini computer which is in the form of credit card size, which is interoperable with any input and output hardware device like a monitor, a keyboard, mouse, etc. So this is a fully featured microcomputer which is squashed onto a circuit board which is measuring approximately 9 centimeter into 5.5 centimeter. So here the Python is the primary programming language which is used in Raspberry Pi projects. It is beginner friendly, powerful, and it is widely used for electronics and automation, robotics, IoT applications, AI, and data science. So first, let us discuss about the setting up of Raspberry Pi. So that is the hardware needed are Raspberry Pi board Model B or any Raspberry Pi board, the micro SD card, the power supply, HDMI monitor, keyboard and mouse, internet connection. So these are the hardwares required, and the software is the Raspberry Pi OS and the Python integrated development environment. So Thorny is recommended here. So how we install this type of software here is first step one. So we have to download the Raspberry Pi image from its official website. Then we have to flash the operating system. So insert the micro SD card into your computer. Then open the Raspberry Pi Imager. Then you have to choose the device, operating system, the storage, etc. And you have to click Right. So then is boot the Raspberry Pi. So inserting micro SD card into Raspberry Pi, connect the monitor, keyboard, and power. This will boot automatically. Then is the updating the system. So here we have to open the terminal and run. So updates all the packages and system software. Then is checking about the installation. So here, installation, the first process is we have to check the Python version. So the Python 3 or whatever it is. So the version is to be checked. Then the installing the Python if needed manually, we can install the Python version which is required. And the Python IDE is for Raspberry Pi is Thorny IDE. So that is recommended for beginners, and it is pre-installed in Raspberry Pi OS. So we have to open that from menu programming Thorny Python IDE. So the features here are simple interface, debugging support, and it is beginner friendly. So first, the writing your first Python program. So we have to first run the program, which is we have to type the program using the respective syntax, then run the program using run button. We get the output. So here we have to explore the different types of Python libraries. So for example, for GPIO programming, so the useful libraries are like NumPy, OpenCV, GPIO 0, Pandas, Matplot library, etc. So, for example, let us consider blinking of LED. So here, the controls the LED, which is connected to the GPIO pin number 17. So we, as per our need, so this is connected to GPIO pin number 17. So the advantages of using this is easy syntax, large community support, supports hardware interfacing, and it is ideal for IoT embedded systems. So an example here is blinking of LED. So as we have discussed, we have connected to the pin number 70. So this is the hardware connection of this blinking of the LED. You could see this. GPIO code, we are using pin number 11 here. So this is available on the connector J2 of the Raspberry Pi 1, and it is labeled as pin number 11. So this is the overall mind map of this today's session. So we have learned what are the Python basics, GPIO pins, then the requirements of this Python programming, what are the key libraries, applications, and various hardware interfacing we have discussed. So applications like smart home automation, robotics, AI assistant, server line system, and weather monitoring, industrial automation. Hence, the Python and Raspberry Pi together provide an excellent platform for learning, programming, electronics, and embedded system development. With simple installation steps and powerful libraries, users can quickly build real-world projects and applications. So today's assessment, which programming language is most commonly used on Raspberry Pi for beginners? It is the Python. And which Python library is commonly used to control GPIO pins? So RPI.GPIO is the library we use to control the GPIO pins. Thank you.